And we're live. We are live. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Galentine's Day. What a day today. Um, you know, now that I'm live streaming every Saturday, what an interesting second Saturday this is gonna be, right? Because Saturday is Valentine's Day, right? Today is Galentine's Day. Oh man. And you know what? I personally believe that we could actually have an interesting discussion today. So I wanted to do, I don't want to say a surprise. I don't want to say a surprise live stream. No, this live stream is going to be something I'm doing every Saturday, but it just, what a great Saturday for this to be Galentine's Day. What a great Saturday this is. You know what? And I want to salute men. I want to salute men for deciding that we ain't going to do nothing on Valentine's Day. I want to salute men for that. So, you know what? Just start it off. Give a round of applause to the men. Round of applause to the men for not doing nothing this Valentine's Day. Round of applause. Yeah. Yeah. And the reason why I want to celebrate a day like today, the reason I want to celebrate a day like today is because I think finally the simping is coming to an end. The simping on Valentine's Day is coming to an end. If you did something on Valentine's Day today for somebody that is not your long term girlfriend, smack yourself. Smack yourself. Okay? If you did something on Valentine's Day today for a woman you haven't slept with, smack yourself. Okay? Because shame on you, my brother. Shame on you, especially. I want you to smack yourself, especially if you watch this channel and you went out there and you was buying chocolates, balloons, gifts, even trips for girls on Valentine's Day, and you're a subscriber to the channel. I know my subscribers wouldn't do something so goofy. I know my subscribers wouldn't do something so goofy. Look, I know y'all seen it all over your Instagram. I know y'all seen it all over your timelines. People simping for women on this made up holiday we call Valentine's Day. I know you've seen all over your timeline women who are posting chocolates, gifts, balloons. And I DM some of these girls. I won't lie. I DM them, right? I'm not trying to steal nobody's girl, but I DM them because one thing I noticed for sure about this Valentine's Day, like probably some of the other Valentine's Day, is we've seen gifts, we've seen hotel rooms, we've seen flowers, but we ain't seen no men. Okay? So I DM these girls and I say, show the man. I said, show the man, right? Because Valentine's Day, very much like marriage, right? It's not about the husband. It's not about the man. It's about the wedding. It's about the virtual signaling to other women that these women are chosen, they're desired, someone wants them, someone's looking after them, and they're not going without a special somebody on Valentine's Day. So for me personally, I think we're going to celebrate the death of Valentine's Day, right? So what then a better way to start off this live stream? What then a better way to start off this live stream with some beautiful horns signaling the end of this Valentine's Day? I want you guys to listen. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you, because when I think about Valentine's Day, these are the horns that speak to me. These are the horns. Rest in peace to this holiday. It is a dub. It is a dub. It is a dub. Valentine's Day is officially dead, bro. I've never seen so thirsty, struggling Valentine's gifts that women probably purchase for themselves. Okay, a lot of these gifts women probably purchase for themselves on Valentine's Day just to signal to other women that they're desired. And what's funny about this Valentine's Day compared to other Valentine's Day is that women could not keep up the bullshit lie they've been trying to sell us. They've been trying to sell us this bullshit lie that somebody is looking after them, that somebody wants them, someone's desiring them. But we all know it's a man they don't desire. We all know. So please, if you're joining this live stream as we're celebrating together the death of Valentine's Day, because I got a good show for you today. As we celebrate the death of this Valentine's Day, I want to make sure that you like this live stream, right? Hit a like, right? We got 30 people in the live stream chat right now. I'm also on Twitch. If you want to watch the video on Twitch, you can hit me up on Twitch at Call Me Shape. We are going to have an incredible day today. Because guess what? If you didn't simp for women on Valentine's Day, your pocket should be looking fat. The one thing that still loves you, that you still have is that hard-earned cash. Yeah. The one thing that won't betray you, the one thing that will cooperate with you, they'll move to your dime, move to your song, move to your beat, is your money. Okay? So all those simps, if, like I said in the beginning of the live stream, if you watch my channel and you bought chocolate, bought flowers, bought roses for a woman you haven't slept with, smack yourself. If you bought chocolate, roses, and flowers for a woman that's not even your long-term girlfriend, smack yourself. All right? That's how we're going to start off this live stream, man. So look, one of the reasons why Valentine's Day is dead on such a day like today, one of the reasons why Valentine's Day is dead on such a day like today is because of women that I'm going to showcase. I'm going to showcase you some women that are so insufferable, so vexed, that no one celebrated them today on Valentine's Day, so they're lashing out on men. They're lashing out. They're lashing out on men, right? And this is more of the reason why men, we gotta say to ourselves, in 2026, it's the smartest time to be alone. I'm not saying don't have no sex. I'm not saying don't crack nothing. I mean, you could crack something, okay? But it's more important that you preserve your resources, you preserve your time, you preserve your energy, you invest in yourself, and you spend that time and resources in things that are going to actually have a return. Okay. So I'm going to bring to the stage some of the most despicable women on the internet, some of the most insufferable women on the internet that has led us to this monumental moment in time. So the first lady here, right? I want y'all to get a whiff of her. I want y'all to just get a whiff of the type of energy, the type of smoke she got from men. And you tell me if you think that she had a Valentine's Day today. I want you to tell me. Let's play the video.
To all my fellow single ladies, please do not envy partnered and married women. don't, okay? Before the married and partnered women come running to the comments with their long, angry paragraphs, fuck you, I'll block you. But if you're single, please do not envy them because you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. All right, you don't know what goes on in the privacy of people's homes and the four walls of their home with their four walls and a roof. You don't know. You don't know that most married women are actually the breadwinners of their homes, in addition to being the live-in maid and breeder. You don't know that. You don't know that most married women are the ones who earn more than their husbands, and it's the wife's job that provides the health insurance for the entire household and provides the more competitive 401k, retirement savings account options. You don't know that. You don't know that it's the wife's job that's actually more consistent, more stable.
Whoa, did you see her itch that septum ring? Did you see her itch that septum ring? That is the devil tickling her nose. Did you see her? Did you see her itch that bull nose ring? Right? And it's funny because she's telling women not to envy married women because in her estimation, those married women are miserable. I want to ask this lady something because, and I know she can't respond, but my question to you, Miss Septum Ring, is who in the hell is going to think you're happier than a married woman? Like, she's making this video trying to shame women who were chosen by men, who men got on one bended knee and said, I want to make you a wife. She's trying to shame those women as if she is superior to those women, even though she is in her mid-40s with a septum ring. This lady is in her mid-40s with a septum ring trying to convince an audience of women that she is living the desirable life and the married women are living the undesirable life. Can you imagine that? I don't want to interrupt any further, but I'm just saying this is why Valentine's Day is dead. This is why women like this have single-handedly ruined generations of Valentine's Day to come. They've ruined it single-handedly. Can you imagine? But let her keep cooking. We're gonna let her cook, right? Because she clocked it, right? She clocked it. Take a look.
More opportunities for pay raises and advancement, and it's typically more prestigious and has more cachet than the husband's job. You don't know that. And they're not going to tell you that, but I know that from lived experience, from professional experience being a fucking lawyer, and from
Oh, she got a PhD. She got a PhD. You can't make this up. She got a PhD. She is a fucking lawyer. I don't need a man. I got a PhD. I got a PhD. I don't need a man. I got a PhD. Hey, bro. If you guys are just entering the live stream, please like the live stream. It helps promote this video. Hype it up. Hyping is something new that we're doing now. But just can you please someone answer me this in the comments? Does anyone think she had a Valentine's Day? Did she get a card? Did she get chocolate? Did she get some dick and some bubble gum? What did she get? What did she get? Oh my God, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. I would love to see the last man she slept with, bro. I would love to see the last man she slept with. I'm just saying. If you are in the chat right now and you slept with this woman, smack yourself. Smack yourself.
Logical, anthropological, empirical data. Okay, so don't envy the women who are partnered and married. They're not going to tell you what they actually have to endure to say that they're partnered and married. They're not going to tell you how much cleaning that they have to do, because when they clean their homes or their spaces, it doesn't stay clean. That's the thing. That's why they're always talking about how tired they are from cleaning, right? They're not going to share these things or divulge these things voluntarily unless they're under the influence. Okay, and they're going to argue with women like me in comment sections on social media when we point these things out, because they must be bitter and jealous and envious of her lifestyle. I guess I want to be a live-in maid and breadwinner and provider and protector for a man and his children and his offspring too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm jealous of. That's what I'm bitter of.
And she's actually making a great point. I'm not even going to hold you, bro. She's actually making a good point. The point that she's making is a lot of these married women, especially black women, they had to settle. They probably proposed to their husbands. Their husbands are so weak. They had to propose to these husbands. But in my estimation, my personal opinion, I don't think she's superior because at least they got a man, right? Even if he's a simp man, he's still a man, right? So I agree with her that the women that are married, a large portion of them, especially black women, are probably married to a man that's inferior to them. There might be the breadwinner, but lady, you're a lawyer. In what world could you be married in a scenario where the man makes more than you? If you're a lawyer, you're making good money. In what world could you be in where the man makes more than you and you're the prize for making lawyer money and then some? I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it clearly. She has a septum ring, and if you can check here closely, her wig's not even glued on that tight. You can still see the lid, right? You can still see the edges kind of raising off her wig. And look, no disrespect to her, but if you want to talk about how broke men are, because this is the scenario women go through all the time. He's broke, he ain't shit, he's nothing. This is the scenario that women go through every single time. Everybody's broke. And guys, I got more videos. It's the same old story. Broke. Everybody's broke. Let me tell these ladies something because they don't understand this. Majority of America is broke. Do you see the times that we're living in now? They talk about broke men like broke men are the exception. When you talk about women that are fugly, right, that are chopped, that look like butt, these are not the average women, right? These are the exception. Ugly is the exception. Chopped is the exception. But these women talk about broke like, oh, if only some people are broke. Lady, most people are broke. And this is why men and women got to work together. This is why those women who are married that you're making fun of, who married down, had to marry down. Right? Because even on one salary right now, even on one income right now, who the hell could survive in this economy right now? Right? So when you hear stuff like that, it's so disingenuous. But of course, men, we're going to adapt to this, right? We're going to adapt to these type of attitudes, this type of queen behavior. She's a lawyer. She got a PhD. She's better than you, right? And I guarantee, like, we could go through her profile. If you go through her profile, you're going to realize how chopped this woman really is. And the thing that you'll notice, right? And you can just see, right? There's no body shots, only head shots. She's unconspicuous with the body. It's just hidden. That's the trend. You talk all this shit behind the screen, but you're hiding the thing that you can't really hide. You can hide it to us, but you see it in the mirror, respectfully. It's easy for you to call us broke and undesirable as men, but we know that you ain't no better. You ain't no better. Look. Look. What's this? Okay, shout out to her being Caribbean. That's fine. I'm cool with her being Caribbean. That's fine. But what's all this? D Name Handle says she's not attractive, bro. Yeah, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you. But this is the women. These are the same women that got so much smoke for men. They hate men, right? Men ain't shit. She got a PhD. Clearly, she's so desirable now. But I can't see it. I can't see it. Anyway, here's another one of those, right? Here's another one. This is the former stripper. I don't know if you ever seen her channel before. The former stripper. Former stripper.
I can't even lie.
Who hates men, right? And trying to convince women to stay away from men. Men are evil. Men are this. Men are that. But she had no problem taking her clothes off for these said men. She had no problem. Look, She had no problem doing that, right? No problem doing that. But oh, men are so bad. Men will objectify you as if we're the ones that pushed her into the strip club and told her get on that pole. As if she didn't benefit financially from taking the clothes off and dancing for those men, right? But look at her in this video. I thought this video is pretty telling. Take a look.
I can't even lie, man. Anytime I go on a girl Instagram and she got hella vacations that she been to and like posting like food and like designer bags and shit like that shit is instantly a turn off for me now. Like I can't be the only guy that think like this, man.
If you've seen that video before, you already know the common consensus is that the reason why he has this opinion is because he's broke. But I, of course, want to add a level of nuance that nobody is talking about in regards to what he's saying. Remember that guy about 2 weeks ago that is married and came forward saying that he spent about $47,000 over the course of 5 years because he was going to massage parlors, getting handies while he was married? Men have the money. And if they don't have the money, they will figure out a way to create the money to get what it is that they want. The issue that he is having is with the fact that a woman having experiences means that he cannot breadcrumb her. When you're a woman that has given yourself a lot of experiences, you do things like fine dining, you do things like going on vacations, you get designer bags, designer clothing, you live a life of luxury. When you are a woman that has set that standard for yourself, that means that it's going to be extremely hard for a man to be able to come into your life and to be able to breadcrumb you by saying, oh, we could just go to Outback Steakhouse or we could go to Applebee's, or trying to complain about, oh, well, you're ordering steak and we don't have that for our income and that doesn't fit within our budget. Meanwhile, he's over here with $30,000 sitting in his bank account. Meanwhile, he's dipping into y'all's joint account, using the money that you're putting in the joint account. Meanwhile, he's over here stacking up money on the side. It's unattractive for him because he's fucking greedy. He's fucking greedy, and it's much easier for him to be with a woman that has not had any experiences. She's never left her state. She's never left her hometown. She only got to go to Ruth Chris once when she graduated high school. The nicest bag that she can get is from the Goodwill. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but what I am saying is that men always are bargain hunters. And so they always want to get the biggest bang for their buck. It's literally the same thing that these men will get on Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, swipe away, swipe away, swipe away. And all they want to do is swipe into some punani. And they rather.
And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with us swiping away to get in some kunani? See, this is the funny thing about women. They'll tell you they don't want a man that's broke. They don't want a man that's short. Right? But when we tell them what we want, all he wants is kunani. Yeah, of course that's what we want. Right? Listen, even though we want to cancel Valentine's Day, we don't want to cancel kunani. We don't want to cancel kunani. Yeah, applaud the man that's going to swipe on Tinder, on Hinge, on Bumble for some kunani. What you think people on there for? If women think that men are going on dating apps so they can wine and dine them and show them a good time, they're lost, bro. Right? They're lost. Look, the first thing she started talking about, because the man made a good point. He said when he goes on these girls' Instagram and he sees trips, he sees that, it's a turnoff. Why is it a turnoff? Because a lot of times these trips were funded by men that these women are embarrassed to show, but they're not embarrassed to use. These trips are funded by men. Women are not embarrassed to use, but they're embarrassed to show. They don't want to show these men. Tell them show the men. And these goofy ass dudes are taking these pictures of these women on vacation as they're walking, right, down the boardwalk, as they're walking through a cabana, as they're standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. They'll take these pictures of these women and not think to themselves, how come I'm not in that picture? They won't think that. But I'm saying this, guys. I'm saying this because all this has led up to this point. All the men hate, all the misandry, all the hate for men not respecting us, not giving a crap about what we want, what we desire. is why Valentine's Day was trash in 2026. I kid you not, it was trash this year. Valentine's Day was trash this year for a lot of women. And that's why they're getting on here lashing out at men, because they didn't get the results that they wanted. Respectfully. Right? They didn't get the results they wanted. Let's tell the truth. They didn't get the chocolates. They didn't get the candy canes. They didn't get the expensive trips. Some women did. But if you looked, there was a lot of struggle trying to find a picture from maybe 2-3 years ago to let everybody know somebody thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? That they're at a beach somewhere. Right? But again, this lady gives all this false information. Oh, women who have experiences. She's trying to make it seem like if a woman has experiences, she's superior to men. Men are intimidated of a woman who has experiences. You can't breadcrumb her. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Again, because a lot of these women who have stuff, guess what? They got to marry down. A lot of these women who got resources, they want you to believe that the men they're dating got resources, but they don't. They want you to believe that the men they're dating got resources, but they don't. I don't see it. Where is it? I don't see it. Right? Guys, we got 70 people in the live right now. If you're in the live right now, like this video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. I got a good show for y'all. And I'm going to let people call in because we're going to celebrate this. Celebrate that you ain't spent a dime today. If you didn't spend a dime today, give me ones in the chat. If you didn't spend a dime on Valentine's Day today, put ones in the chat. I want to see a bunch of ones in the chat of all the dudes who didn't spend a dime today on Valentine's Day. That's how I'm going to know that in this chat, in this live stream, we got nothing but players in this live stream. We got nothing but players who actually get the results they want from women in this live stream. We got a bunch of dudes in this live stream who don't sit for women in this live stream. That's what I want to see. If you did not spend a dollar today, a dime today for a girl who wants your attention, who wished that you wished her Valentine's Day, put a 1 in the chat, bro. See, because what happens is women watch these live streams and they don't believe me when I tell them men ain't going for this shit no more. Right? They don't believe me. They think I'm the only one. They're like, oh, no, Shape. No, yeah. Men are still buying gifts. Men are still doing this. Men are still doing that. I'm like, not the men I know. None of my homies, right? Put a 1 in the chat if none of your homies spent a dime today on an insufferable woman. Put a 1 in the chat if none of your homies, if you don't know of a single, if no one called you and said, hey, bro, what you think I should get for her today on Valentine's Day? Or if you didn't have a conversation with another dude asking you, yeah, hey, bro, should I take her to this hotel? Should I take her to the movies? What restaurant should I take her to? If put a 1 in the chat, if no one even asked you what to do for these women, bro. Because for me personally, right, Valentine's Day is for simps. Valentine's Day is for simps, bro. So I don't be around dudes like that. I don't know if y'all be around dudes like that, but I don't be around dudes like that, bro. I don't hang around dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're moving on, bro. We're going to get this show rolling. We're moving on. Now, here's a brother that, to me, he's communicating exactly the sentiment, right, that we have on Valentine's Day. He's communicating the sentiment that a lot of us brothers have. Yo, take a look.
No, because a lot of y'all girls be so embarrassing. Y'all be like, oh, I haven't ate all day. Can you give me $30 to get food? Like, please. Why don't you have money for basic necessities? No, because a lot of y'all girls be so embarrassing. Y'all be like, oh, I haven't ate all day. Can you give me $30 to get food? Like, please. Why don't you have money for basic necessities?
Hey, bro, has anyone received one of those texts recently? Oh, I'm hungry text. I ain't eat all day text. Has anybody received one of those texts recently. Oh, I need to get my nails done, my hair done, right? Women are so quick to call men broke, but last time I checked, like I said, broke is the norm. Broke is the norm. So again, if you did not spend a dime today on Valentine's Day for these thirsty scavengers, please I want you to do this because women watch this live stream, guys. You gotta do this shit. Put a 1 in the chat, bro. Please, I'm telling you. Because these women don't believe y'all. They don't hear y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't be embarrassed, bro. You can't be embarrassed. You gotta show that these women, bro, are going to have to do better. They're going to have to come to you. They're going to have to get on bended knee. They're going to have to pay us to come back, bro. Or this is going to be Valentine's Day moving forward. Or we're just going to, at some point, they're going to just erase Valentine's Day from the calendar. At some point, they'll be like, Valentine's Day, like, what's that? What's that? You feel me? I mean, it's just funny to me. It's funny to me. D-Name said they will live 3-4 generations deep in lower class neighborhoods. That's what I'm saying, bro. But they acting like, it's something different. Where everybody at? Yo, let me know where you're from. Someone said we see Jersey in the building. Hey, yo, if you in this live stream right now and you from somewhere in America, let me know where you at. You feel me? I'm repping Jersey. I'm from Central Jersey, but let me know where you at. I want to shout out where y'all from, bro. I want to shout out where everybody from. Where y'all at, bro? Where y'all from? If you watching this live, let me know. Put it where you from. Rep your hood, right? Rep your neighborhood in the chat, bro. Let's get this party started. Because I'm about to put, I'm gonna put the link in the description so you guys can call in. You feel me? Let me know where you from. Rep where you from. Hey, we got North Carolina in the building. Shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to the homie J. Cole. Just dropped the album, yo. Phenomenal album. North Carolina represent. We got Virginia Beach in the house. Hey, VA in the house. What's up? What's good? We got Birmingham, Alabama in the house. What's happening? Birmingham, Alabama in the house. We got Missouri in the house. Shout out to Missouri. Missouri all the way in the house. Shout out to Missouri. We got more people from North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina in the building, man. We got a couple Carolinas in the building. We got Houston in the building. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Where you at? Hey. My man said there's Brooklyn in the house. There's Brooklyn in the house. Okay. Shout out to Brooklyn. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. Look, and to me, that means we got brothers all over the country that saved money today. Today was a savings day. Valentine's Day is going to be considered a day of savings for real players. You feel me? Unless she wants to take you out on Valentine's Day. If she want to take you out on Valentine's Day, that's a different story. If she want to take you out on Valentine's Day, that's a different story. You feel me? Hey, we got Atlanta in the house. Shout out to the A. We got Atlanta in the house. Shout out to the A. We got New York in the house. NY. Shout out to NY. We got NY in the house. Shout out. Hey, we got Chicago in the building. Shout out to the Chirac. We got Chirac in the building. But he say he living in Georgia now. Okay. Salute. East New York. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all got family in East New York. Shout out to East New York, man. Them grimy ass streets, man. I got family in East New York. Shout out to the grimy streets in East New York. My brother says happy savings day. Exactly, bro. Hey, yo, happy savings day. All my brothers saving money on a day like this, right? Didn't spend a dime today, bro. If you didn't even put money in your gas tank today because you weren't even going nowhere today, man, shout out to y'all today, man. We got Detroit in the house. Shout out to Detroit. Detroit's in the house. Far Rock. We got Far Rock in the house. Hey, bro, I know some grimy niggas in Far Rock. My cousin live in Hamwell Houses. Shout out to Hamwell Houses in Far Rock. Kev says they broke shape. They ain't taking nobody out. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Y'all talking about us broke. Can y'all even treat a man today? Can y'all even treat a man today? You feel me? Hey man, let me know where you from, bro. Rep your hood in the comment section. Let me know where you from. I see East New York. I see North Carolina. Hey, bro, we got a lot of Carolinas here. We got a lot of New Yorkers in here. All right. That's what I want to hear. So when I drop that link in the chat, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better call in and represent, bro. I want to see people call in and represent. All right, let's get back to the show because I got more for you. So now, look, I'm not going to just show you women who we don't agree with. I'm not going to just show you that. I never do that. Even in my videos, I never do that, right? I even show women who agree with us because y'all understand that, right? A lot of people think that, oh, yeah, men hate women. No, we're just being rational about the state of modern women. It's undesirable. We're being rational about the state of modern women. It's undesirable, right? But check out this girl. She broke down this video so sweet. She got this video. She got natural hair. Shout out to her. Her name is Janice Cheyenne. Shout out to Janice Cheyenne because everything she embodies, she goes to the gym. She got a body. She loves men. If you're going to marry a girl, bro, if you're going to wife up a girl in these type of times, she got to be like this. You feel me? She got to be like this. And we got South Central in the house. LA, South Central in the house. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to LA, bro. What time is it in LA? Shit, it's still early in LA. Shit is still jumping in LA. All right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyway, let me play this video. Let's get to these videos, man. I know I'm slowing down the show a little bit. Let's get to these videos.
Really like this video, and I can't say it like this because I'm not a man. So let's hear it from him.
Don't tell me you want a leader. You get in a relationship with me, I tell you something, you don't listen. But if a bitch tell you the same thing I just told you, you listen to it like it's gospel, you're single. Because you're a dick rotter and you want to be led astray by that bitch.
Where's the lie? It doesn't exist because this is exactly what some women do. They will hear their man say that they want them to go to the gym or that they want them to wear less makeup or that they want them to change their outfit, not listen to none of that. But as soon as your homegirl is like, oh, girl, we need to get in the gym. Yeah, you're right. Oh, we need to start eating healthy. You know what? I was thinking about going to a salad bar. All of a sudden, or even when it comes to taking off an outfit, because y'all hate when men tell you that they don't like what you have on. But as soon as your homegirl is like, oh, that outfit doesn't look good on you, you should change. Y'all be quick. So for some reason, we are trusting these random women online, and we're not trusting the man that you let inside you. Doesn't make any sense. Never has, never will. If you do not trust the opinion of that man, you should not be in a relationship with that man. Point blank, period. Really like this video, and I can't say it like this because I'm not a man. So let's hear it from him.
Don't tell me you want a leader. You get in a relationship with me, I tell you something, you don't listen. But if a bitch tell you the same thing I just told you, you listen to it like it's gospel, you're single. Because you're a dick rotter and you want to be led astray by that bitch.
Where's the lie? It doesn't exist because this is...
You want to be led astray with thought bitches. You heard them? Led astray with thought bitches, bro. That's exactly what's happening here. A lot of these women, they don't want to follow men for nothing, bro. Even if what we're saying makes a lot of sense to women, they don't want to hear none of that. They don't want to hear none of that, bro. So it just shows you it's a hive mind. It's a hive mind. You feel me? Because honestly, if this is all about what's right and what's wrong, they'll have no problem following what men are saying. Because a lot of men are rational, right? But it's not about that. You know what it's about? It's about follow the leader, right? And who's the leader, right? Other women, the herd. A lot of women they don't have their own original ideas. They're gonna think just like everybody else, bro. They have no original ideas. They think like everybody else. So this is why it's so difficult in modern times to date women, take women seriously, because even if you try to lead them, they're gonna be led astray by their homegirls. They want to do what's popular with their homegirls. You feel me? So to me personally, it's only right that on a day like this, they get the response that they're getting from us right now. It's only right that they get the response that they're getting right now. We don't give a fuck. That's what it is. we don't give a fuck, right? I love today. Today was a day that I got to relax. I got to hit the gym. I made some YouTube videos. Some of the videos y'all see. Some of y'all seen some of my videos today. Them videos are getting numbers today. I had a great day, so I made money today, and I ain't spent a dime. Right? I didn't spend a dime. If it wasn't for demonetization, I'll play Ice Cube right now. It was a good day. Hey, it was a good day because that's exactly what today was. You feel me? But again, like I said, the only reason why we got to this place is because women have become more and more insufferable as time has went on. Women have become more and more insufferable as time has went on. You feel me? And so thankfully we got girls like this, right? That give women some hope that they can still be natural, get their don't be doing too much makeup, rock their natural hair, understand right from wrong, could rationalize, don't hate men, the simple shit, right? And so if you guys never heard of her, Janice Cheyenne, I recommend y'all follow her, yo. She's a good content creator. She rocks her natural hair, beautiful black skin, a brown woman. I said black skin, brown skin woman who's black, right? She got a little bit of following, you feel me? And she holds women accountable. So I'm not going to just show you guys women that I despise. I'm going to show you women that I admire, right? Now back to the bitches that we despise, right? Back to the women that we despise, right? Because they're the ones that entertain us. We're entertained by this. They think we're threatened by this. We're not threatened by this. We're entertained by this. Okay? Anyway, take a look at this video.
And if a man and a woman are sleeping together and they're intimate together and they're spending time together, I do feel like a woman is entitled to asking for something. I do. I don't feel like that's tricky. For example, yesterday I told y'all the story about how my homegirl had got asked to pull up to this nigga's crib that she had never hung out with before. And when she responded and was like, I'm not pulling up to your crib, but I'll meet you at a restaurant, he was like, oh, you one of them. You one of them type of bitches that, bitch was crazy, but you one of them type of bitches that believe that I got a trick on you the first time that we linked. So he obviously assumed that buying her a meal was tricking, but y'all could be intimate with a woman. Y'all could be actually seeing a woman, dating her and all that, having raw X, and y'all will still be like, oh, like, I'm not no trick. The second that a woman says, like, oh, hey, can you put gas in my car? Or, oh, hey, can you help me out with this? Or, oh, hey, I want to do this, but, I was wondering, my funds are a little bit low. Can you help me out with that? And before y'all get on here and say, like, oh, these women want daddies and they should have their own money to do this and that, that's correct. I'm not saying that a woman should not have her own. However, if you guys are intimate together, then why shouldn't she be entitled to ask you for anything? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, and men, y'all have no.
Why should she not be entitled to ask for anything? You hear that? Oh, if a woman's sleeping with you, I'm not saying it's S work, but she should be able to ask you for something. Well, if this is a mutual exchange of energy, if you're getting something, because by the way, when you sleep with a woman, who does most of the work? Right? So shouldn't the person that's doing most of the work should be able to ask for some money because they're the one putting in all the work? Why am I putting all, it's like I go to your house, I clean up, but then I gotta pay you to clean your house. So I gotta pay you to clap your cheeks. Shouldn't you be paying me? I'm just saying, like, can I get something? I want to be baby boy because this is why people want to be pookies and baby boys, because baby boy gonna clap them cheeks and then he gonna borrow your whip. He gonna drive you to work, right? So, and the way she's thinking about it is like, oh, if you give a man some kunani, you know what I'm saying? Now he's a bank, right? Now he's an ATM. You should be able to withdraw some money from him. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. This is why Valentine's Day is so cooked right now, is because it's all about giving women stuff. And it's all about taking from men. That's what this all has become. Take from men, and take some more. Now, when I made a video earlier about this topic, I had guys telling me that there used to be a holiday called the Sweetest Day. Does anybody remember? I never heard of it before. Have any of y'all heard of the Sweetest Day? Has anyone heard of the holiday called the Sweetest Day? I never heard of it. I never heard of the holiday called the Sweetest Day. Has anyone heard about that holiday called the Sweetest Day? You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard of it. So if you heard of it, let me know, because I'm unfamiliar with that. But if that was the case, we need to get back to that. We need to get back to that. You feel me? Because why is it that we have Valentine's Day? We gotta potentially simp for women, right? But then we get nothing in return. Why is that? Why do we have holidays where we have to simp for women, but we get nothing in return? So tell me about the Sweetest. I don't know nothing about the Sweetest Day. What y'all know about the Sweetest Day? Can someone tell me? Tell me I never heard of that. I'm not used to men being treated this way. So what's the Sweetest Day? Sid Day says Sweetest Day was originally meant for men, but women are trying to take that over too. Unbelievable. I'm not shocked by that. That don't surprise me. It don't surprise me. That don't surprise me. When did it start? I never heard of that. When did that shit start? The Sweetest Day? Should I look that up? Let's look that up, because I never heard of that. Who has got something for the Sweetest Day? Who got something for that? He said there's Santa Claus with an infinite bag of gifts. Yeah, that's what they want men to be. They want men to be a Santa Claus with an infinite bag of gifts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want men to be. You know? I'm trying to look this shit up. I never heard of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I never heard of this shit. The Sweetest Day, I never heard of this shit. I never heard of this shit. It wasn't one-sided. It wasn't one-sided, if I'm correct. Yeah, I never celebrated this day before, bro. I'm gonna keep it real, John. I never heard of it before. Yo, if you guys are just joining the live stream, I appreciate we got 80 people on a live stream, bro. We going hard, bro. Look, like the video, bro. Like this live stream, right? Help promote it. Share with somebody that you know. Share with another brother that you know didn't simp today, bro. Valentine's Day is a day for simps. Share this live stream with someone else that didn't simp today, bro. Facts. If you save money on this day, because we're going to call this day National Men's Savings Day. National Men's Savings Day. That's going to be the new day for Valentine's Day, the National Men's Savings Day. You know what I'm saying? Share this live stream. Share this live stream. Illuminati Illuminating Manuscripts 1800 says Sweetest Day was made in the 1990s for Sims to go crazy. For Sims to go crazy, or Sims to go crazy? Sid Davis show says Sweetest Day goes way back, I believe. Back to when though? How far back does it go? We're gonna have to look that up. Rangers 1453 says for whoever doesn't believe we live in a gynocracy, is that how you say gynocracy? Go to a Mother's Day sermon, then go to a Father's Day sermon. If you're not convinced after that, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, bro, is there even a Father's Day sermon? Is there even a Father's Day sermon? I'm not even familiar with this. What, did they do something with Father's Day in the church? Is that even a thing? When I used to work in restaurants, Mother's Day was like the most busiest day next to Christmas and Thanksgiving. But Father's Day was like low on the list. Ain't nobody took their daddy out to eat. Maybe because nobody got no daddy in our neighborhoods, but ain't nobody took their daddy out to eat. Anyway, let's continue on with this show. But I don't know. Do y'all support women asking for money just because we sleep with them? What's that about? What's that about? Wesley Hillard says, I remember Sweetest Day being a generic Valentine's Day to make money for business. It probably was, bro. It probably was. Right? City of Trees. Mo says Valentine's Day, the Valentine's Day Massacre. Yeah, that was in. I didn't know that was in Chicago, right? That was with the Mafia. I remember when 50 Cent wanted to name his album that Valentine's Day Massacre. I remember that. I remember that vividly. Oh, we got somebody from Twitch. Follow me on Twitch if you're on Twitch. They say, "Hey, what's up?" I wonder if Twitch can see how many people we got in here. I don't know if Twitch can see how many people we got in here. We got some people in here, dog. You feel me? Kev says these women made it transactional, so you gets nothing. That's what I mean, bro. I mean, like it's crazy. Like it's so crazy, yo. Rangers 1453 says, "Shape, everyone shows up with beers, flowers, etc." By the way, they chose the beer. Now, why though? If you gave a woman a beer on Valentine's Day today, smack yourself, right? Because they chose the beer. So they should already have a beer. You feel me? But he says everyone showed up with beers, flowers, etc., praising mothers in church. Nothing but good things. Father's Day is like a ghost town. Little to no admiration, gratitude, and they get reamed out. They get reamed out. Yeah, the funny thing about it is all life comes from men. That's what, we've created this lie that childbearing and giving birth is the most difficult job in the world, and that's the biggest fucking lie. It's the easiest job in the world to sit around and being taken care of while you're fat. Does anyone feel like fat people have a hard job, respectfully? Right? Because that's what it's akin to, right? Having a beer gut, a beer belly, right? There's a human in there, but you're carrying all that weight around your waist, but everybody bends over backwards for you. I think someone would prefer to stay in a perpetual state of pregnancy or treat it like they're pregnant every day. K. Davis said, "Hell yes, CMS live." That's right. We live. And says, "You look fantastic." Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's continue on with this show. And then look, I'm going to throw the link in the chat. You guys want to hop in? We're going to discuss this shit. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You feel me? Let's talk about it. All right. Here's another undesirable woman. Y'all remember her? I made a video about her. She was a creepy old lady who went into, I think it was a Walmart at like 10 o'clock at night with a skimpy dress on looking for a man. Well, acting like she was like, "Oh, I just want a Salisbury steak with the corn and the mashed potatoes." I did a video on her. That shit did some numbers. I think it did like 20K or something like that. It did some numbers. Anyway, here she go again with her old behind. Respect to older women, but geez, I mean, like, I don't even know why she in this conversation talking about hating men as usual, right? And now in this topic, she's talking about dating men beneath her. Beneath her, right? Who's beneath you, lady? Let's be real. Who's beneath you? Anyway, let's listen to what she has to say.
If you ever decide to do some stupid shit like marry down, here's some of the things that you're going to look forward to in your relationship. And before I start this list, because I know somebody's going to say it as if I'm stupid and I don't know these things, men be meaning, any type of man is capable of being nasty and horrible to you. Okay? I'm well aware. Relax. Now, back to the list. Here's what you have to look forward to if you date down. Number one, you're going to spend the entirety of your relationship trying to do things to make him feel good about himself. You are going to overdo being his biggest cheerleader. Two, you're either going to downplay your accomplishments, or when you mention your accomplishments, you're going to rush and mention something that he's doing well too. Three, you're going to buy all the books, all the classes, all the tutorials, all the things so that he can finally pursue that dream of starting that imaginary business that he's always wanted to start. You're going to get him a guitar and guitar lessons so he can finally be Ed Sheeran. You're going to fill your garage with all the workout equipment so he can finally be a personal trainer. Or the dumbest shit you can possibly do, you're always going to try to make him feel comfortable and let him know that your money is his money too. And you're going to put his name on your bank account and give him access to your debit cards and your credit cards and put his name on everything because you want him to feel comfortable. 5, maybe this is 5. I've lost track. If you own your own business, you are going to give him a role in that business. Whether or not he's qualified, more times than not, he isn't qualified. But you're going to try to do something, again, to make him feel good about himself, to let him know that you can't be successful without his help, which leads me to my next point. You are going to create situations for him to come and save the day for you so he can beat his chest and feel like a man. Next thing, if he feels as if you've grown a pair and you finally decided to end this relationship, he's going to do anything and everything to try to keep you in it because he knows he needs you and you don't need him. He might try to get you pregnant and then continuously try to get you pregnant with more and more and more kids. And then he'll use the excuse of, why are you trying to break our family apart? The next thing is most women who work outside of the home still come home and do everything. So you're going to work yourself to the bone, sitting in traffic to go to work and in traffic to come home every day, just to come home and cook and clean. Because again, you want him to feel like a man. You want him to feel like a leader, right? So you're going to get right home and put your apron on and act like the little lady you are so he can feel like Mr. Big Stuff. When people who care about you start to question why he gets to sit at home on his ass every day or half-ass work a job, you're going to get defensive. You're going to tell people, well, he's just taking a break. You know, he's been through a lot, although it's a 10-year fucking break that he's been on, and it seems to be an infinite break. And when he starts those imaginary businesses that will flop, you're going to tell.
Now, I don't know, like, what is she talking about that's relevant to us? Because to me, all she doing is yapping away. If you're dating men that are beneath you, you're going to give him this. Like, bro, ain't nobody... Like, this got 40,000 likes. What is she talking about? Women spend all this time talking about scenarios they don't want to be in. Oh, if you're going to start a business and you're going to let him run it and you're going to give him a job and he's unqualified and what? Where does this happen at? So women we talk about how broke men are, how beneath them they are. And now she's describing what you got to do with a man if he's broken beneath you. But supposedly she don't want a man like that, but she's telling you all the things that you're going to have to do. But if you don't want to do it, then why are you doing it? Right? Why are you describing a scenario that you don't want to be in, right? And talking about things that you don't want to do with men that you're not even fond of. And this is why men are not doing shit on Valentine's Day. We saving money on a day like today. Right? We saving money on a day like today. Like, I personally feel like all these women constantly get online and they talk about what they don't want, but they talk about it so much, it makes you realize this is the only thing they actually get. They're not getting anything better than this. They're not getting anything better than this. Fantasy Monster says, man, you can't pay me to ever live with a woman again. I'm like, bro, man, I don't know. Like, I like living with a woman, but I won't lie. I like living by myself too. Okay, I love when a woman can come over, and I also love when she can leave. I'm fucking with you on that, yo. So yeah, I mean, you might be right. I had a good living chick though. I won't lie. I had a good living chick. Personally, I had this Puerto Rican chick, and she made me look good because when people would come over, she would serve me food, she would cook, she would clean. I remember I brought my homeboy over, and I tell this story in my YouTube channel a lot. I brought my homeboy over. She cooked, so we sitting inside the living room at the dining table. She brought over my plate. She brought him a plate. She brought me a drink. She brought him a drink. We're eating. After we finished done eating and drinking, she cleared the table. When she walked out, he looked at me and said, "Hey, bro, how'd you train her how to do that?" I'm like, I didn't train her. She came that way. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only time I ended up living with a girl. And to me personally, I had a good experience. But there was a lot of there's a lot of sufferable women out there that you could live with. So I understand what you're talking about. Wesley says, the older creeper man hater lady who hurt you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't know what she's describing, but it's clearly not something I want to get into. Anyway, here's another woman, right? And this is so funny about it. This is why Valentine's Day is cooked. She's saying, I refuse to compete for men. So look, a lot of women, I'm going to just say this real quick because let me put myself on the screen big real quick. A lot of women complain about, oh, there's no good men, there's no good men. But then the good men that quote unquote exist, they don't want to compete for him. So how that makes sense? If there's no good men, but the good men that exist, you don't want to compete for him. So make that make sense. I don't get it. So this is the part that confuses me about women, because on one end, they feel like, all right, there's no good men out there, right? Like, okay, I get it. You said there's none. So then the few that are out there, don't you think because all y'all say there's no good men, that they can't, there's no way they could date all y'all women, right? Y'all want them to be one man, one woman. So y'all, how y'all going to divvy up the man if you don't compete for him? Like, women want you to compete for them. They want you to go. I meet women all the time who expect me to take them out on dates, and as other men are taking out on dates, and they want like may the best man win. Win what? I ain't gonna play this game. Hell no. What am I getting some out of this? Why am I taking you out on a date and three other dudes take you out on dates, and we're all hoping to get somebody, hoping to get you, but you're not hooking up, you're not sleeping with none of us, right? You're not reciprocating. We just gotta convince you that you're worth something. Bitch, what is this like? What? I ain't doing that. I had to cut a girl off like that, and she was in her late 30s. She got grades showing and everything. I was lost. I'm like, you want me to compete with other men, and you don't want to hook up? I'm not getting nothing out of this. What? That's what I'm saying. It's so bold-faced because they don't want to compete for you, but they want you to compete for them. It don't make any sense to me. That makes sense to y'all? Y'all competing for leftover women? Anyway, let's listen to what she got to say, and we're going to respond to it.
Ladies, I told y'all yesterday that mostly all men are single, right? And what I meant by that is even if they've been in a long-term relationship, they're still single. Even if they have a child with someone and they live with someone, they're still single. If they're not married, they're single. Even when they are single, they are most likely never alone. Okay? So when you're dating a man and he says he's single, even if he's fucking on someone, even if he has someone that he really likes or even loves or spends a lot of time with and stuff like that, he still considers himself single. Most men don't view women as their end-all be-all. If they did, they would marry them. And even when they get married to that woman, they still cheat. But the difference is when a man marries you, he most likely is not going to leave you. You get what I'm saying? So that's why you see a lot of women say he's not going to leave his wife. He might have because men have a different definition of loyalty than most women do. Okay, men view loyalty.
Yeah, we got the real definition. Y'all got some bogus ass definition. Women are not loyal to men; they're loyal to their emotions. They're loyal to their feelings. So if you want a woman to be loyal to you, you gotta build an attachment with her. She's loyal to the attachment. She's not loyal to you, right? So here she's saying that men are not really single, even though we are single. No, if I don't got a girlfriend or I don't got a wife, I'm single. What you talking about? Just because I'm getting kunani on the side don't mean I'm not single. I don't understand why women expect men to be sitting around doing nothing with our thumbs up our ass, not getting no kunani, waiting for them. This is how special some women think they are. They think we're just sitting. She thinks a man's out there sitting around waiting for her. What is so special about you that I'm waiting for you in particular? Wouldn't it make more sense that I'm a man that's desirable, so I'm entertaining other women because other women entertain me? And because all y'all women are lonely, y'all got nobody, y'all got hormones, right? Y'all be ovulating, y'all hit up a nigga when y'all ovulating. Doesn't it make more sense that I'm actually taking care of the needs of society rather than sitting around hoping that you show up? How that make sense? How that make sense? 3156 for life says, what's good? Call me shit. What's good, my brother? Yo, if y'all just entered the live stream, please like the live stream. Please hype it up. Please share with somebody that you know will support this type of content. Because this is National Men's Savings Day. Happy Savings Day. right? This is National Men's Savings Day for all the real players who are not going to go out there and simp for a woman who not giving them nothing, who don't want to compete for them but want them to compete for her, right? She says men are not single, but if we're not single, what about you? Because last time I checked, women were more sexually active than men. So if men are not single, oh yeah, don't sleep with a man, don't entertain a man, don't compete for a man because men are not truly single. What woman you know is truly single? Even her, even though she's not the most desirable woman, I guarantee she got mad men on her jack. I guarantee she got mad niggas on her jack, yo. Facts. Yo, don't fool yourself. Girls like this, their DMs are flooded with thirsty niggas, and the thirsty niggas, their thought process is, oh, she's not that attractive, so it's going to be easier to get her. Guys, let me solve something for y'all that a lot of y'all don't understand. Just because a woman's not attractive to you doesn't mean she don't got a bunch of niggas trying to hit it. In fact, most people are going to entertain her more than a pretty girl because their thoughts are they got a better chance of getting her. So if you want to get laid, you're actually going to put more effort into a girl like this, you know what I'm saying, than another chick. So her DMs are flooded. I guarantee her DMs are flooded. 100% her DMs are flooded. Don't fool yourself. She got niggas. You feel me? Don't fool yourself, bro. She got niggas. Fantasy says it's amazing how they don't think before they speak. No. Women like talking so much. It's not even about thinking. It's about being heard. Because being heard makes them feel good. So talking for women has nothing to do with. See, men, when we talk to communicate ideas like what we're doing right now. We're communicating ideas. We're trying to understand the world. We're trying to rationalize our lives, right? We're trying to understand and get to the bottom of things. We're trying to get to the truth of things. Women talk to just socialize, to feel social. So they have a different means of communication. A girl will hop on the phone with another girl and talk about nonsense for hours, but feel good about it because they're being heard. And being heard feels good. You know what I'm saying? They got a different reason for communication than we do. Anyway, let me get back to what she's saying because, I mean, I think she got a point. I don't get the point because to me personally, women are less single than men are, if you ask me personally, but let's see what else she got to say.
As like, okay, I'm going to always come home to you. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to leave you. Women think that, you know, being loyal means I'm going to be exclusive to you. I'm not going to give myself to no one else but you and stuff like that, you know? So, with that being said, that's where I find it difficult to date because I don't like being placed in competition. Okay. I have high standards and I just, especially when you really kind of find out who they're dating and stuff, like the type of women, it's like you can't compete where you don't compare. And I don't mean who looks better and who got better pussy and stuff like that. I mean in the sense of if you don't really have to take this woman out on dates, if you guys don't have to get tested, if she never asks questions and every time you see each other it's just fun and fucking, of course, you know, you're going to like being around her because she don't require much. I know that as someone with higher standards and different goals and different traditions and values, I can't compete with that because that's going to be your piece, right? And that might be the woman he chooses.
So here, yo, do you hear the flaw logic here? Man, this video was better than I thought. She says she don't want to compete where she can't. She don't compare, and she said not about being looking better, being more attractive. Because she knows she can't compete there, respectfully. She knows, even as she even admitted herself. She knows she can't compete with girls being more attractive, which, by the way, matters to men. I don't know why women think this doesn't matter. That if we say something matters, they're like, oh, no, it shouldn't matter. What do you mean it shouldn't matter? You can't tell me what should matter to me. You feel me? They're trying to tell me what should, oh, yeah, oh, no. I'm not gonna compare it where I can't. I'm not going to compete where I don't compare. Because, oh, yeah, these women, they don't ask questions and demand dates. So let me get this straight. You're telling me that these women that you think you're in competition with are sleeping with the men. They're not asking them for dates. They don't ask a bunch of questions. But you're better than her because you ask questions and demand dates? But you can't even compete with them on looks? How are you superior to another girl if you can't compete with her on looks? Because you demand dates and you have a high standard. High standard for who? Again, when women talk like this, they got a high standard for us, a low standard for them. I'm not saying all women. Some women, the reason why they don't want to compete because they know if they're compared to another woman, you're going to choose the other woman. So they want to be in a scenario where they have a monopoly. Women want to be in a marketplace where they have a monopoly, where there is no competition. They're the only show in town. Because they know had there be another show in town, they're going to lose. Because they know the show doesn't have any value. So if you know you don't have any value, why am I taking you on dates? Why are you asking me questions? Please help it make sense to me. If you know you can't compete with other women, why are you making me take you on dates? If you said, quote unquote, according to you, these women, they're sleeping with us. They ain't asking no questions. You feel like they look better than you. You even said they got better kunani than you. So men, what is she talking about that we value that I'm unaware of? Because clearly she thinks that she has some kind of value that I just can't see. Women associate their value, some women, not all, some women associate their value with how demanding they are. Oh, I require this, I require that. What'd that mean? Just because you said a bunch of things that you desire, the question is, do you get that? Do you get what you quote unquote require? Are men really taking you on dates? Are men showing up and before they're even in a relationship with you, not making you compete against other women? Because what man of value don't got other women? Right? It's like employees. If you're a good employee, you're gonna have other options for different jobs. So a lot of these women want to act like employers, and they only want employees who can't get hired at nowhere else, who haven't been looking at nowhere else, right? And are chronically unemployed. That's what they want, because for them, they look at it like, oh, it's easy. You got to work for me because you can't get a job anywhere else. That's how they treat dating. How is that favorable to the man in any way? You feel me? Like, I don't get it. So you want a man of value, but you don't want his value to be affirmed by the fact that other women see value in him. And that's why they're giving him the kunani that you said you can't compete with. Fellas, you follow what I'm saying? By the way, I don't want to get off her video, but let's look at her channel, because to me, it's given overweight. It's given musty, right? That's what this all this is given musty and dusty and overweight. That's what I'm getting for this, respectfully, right? That's what it's given to me, because you don't want to compete in the areas that are important to men, but you want to compete in areas that are not important to men. You feel me? Those areas that you're talking about are not important to men. I'm sorry. To brag to me that you're very demanding. I don't look, oh yeah, I chose this girl because she's very demanding. She asks me questions. She requires dates. That don't mean you're valuable, right? And if I take you on those dates, I'm goofy. So let's look at this channel. Let's look at this. What do we have here? This is the girl that doesn't want to compete, y'all. She don't compete where she don't compare. She don't compete where she don't compare. What is this white stuff on her nose? Hey, bro, what is this white stuff on her nose? Respectfully. And by the way, this is a public profile, so no one can look at me like I'm doing something crazy. She's a public figure. You could be reacted to. You know what I'm saying? You know why your nose look like it's runny? I don't get it. So this is a girl who is a chameleon. She transforms, respectfully, she transforms. But you expect me to take you on dates, and you got high standards. Okay, here's a body pic. Okay, so she looks okay. I don't. Are there any curves anywhere or something? Like what's going on here? I don't. She looked tall. Like I don't. Does anybody see something they like? Do y'all want this? Does she get all y'all attention? She get all y'all attention? Look at her shake that back. Look at her shake that back, yo. all I see is tailbone moving, yo. Respectfully. This is a girl that a girl that dance like this. You gonna make sure that she don't compete with nobody? Hey, yo. Oh no, not the cup dance. Not the cup dance. Not the cup dance, yo. Hey, bro. She over here twerking tailbone. Yo. So this is a girl who don't want you compete. She don't want to compete with other women for you, bro. She feels entitled to you. She don't compete with, she don't compare. She got standards. She got standards, y'all. Y'all see that? Y'all, who gonna be her Valentine? Who gonna be her Valentine? She got the nose ring. She got the dance, right? She thugging out here, bro. She thugging and bugging. Look. Yeah. Oh, I can do that too. I can, yeah. Is this all a girl needs? So she eliminates all competition? Is this what you gotta do on TikTok? Yeah. Uh-huh. Bro, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Shaking all that tailbone, bro. Yo, Doxy Thrash, what's up, my brother? Damn, we got Ohio in the building. Shout out to my boy Doxy, yo. I haven't seen Doxy in a minute. What up, Doxy? Kev says she's like a hood booger. That's what I'm saying, bro. So let's go back to the video because this is the point of this is what I mean by women, bro. They be shape shifting. This is what I mean by this shit, bro. It's laughable to me. It's laughable to me, yo.
Chooses later on in life, right? And then that's why once they get married and actually have kids and live together, that's why they end up fighting and miserable because you're not getting. That's not reality. Of course, you're gonna fall in love with your sneaky link. Of course, you're gonna fall in love with somebody if all you do when you're around them is fuck shit. It's never serious conversations. At that point, that person is your escape. I'm not competing with that. I need mature love. I need a man that has a goal. You get what I'm saying? That actually knows what he wants out of life and doesn't just think for the day and for the hour and for with his dick. You get what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but women.
She don't want a man that only thinks with his dick. She don't want a man that only thinks with his dick. Right? This girl, nah, she ain't going for that, bro. She not going for the man that only thinks with his dick. Nah. Not her, bro. Not at all. What you talking about? She ain't going for that. Right? Ain't this a bitch, bro? Ain't this a bitch? She not going for that. Not for a man that only she's online twerking, but God forbid you think with your dick. Something wrong with you, yo.
Women lack standards these days in general, let alone having high standards, right?
Hey, bro, anyone see any high standards over here? Anybody see any high standards over here? She said women lack standards in general. What she got a Dairy Queen cup? She got a cup from Dairy Queen. She got a free refill cup from Dairy Queen, but she got standards. And she make you take her on dates. She got standards. Right? This is why I'm be looking at women sideways, bro. This is why I be looking at women sideways. Look what she's talking about.
Okay, I'm not competing with that. I need mature love. I need a man that has a goal. You get what I'm saying? That actually knows what he wants out of life and doesn't just think for the day and for the hour and for with his dick. You get what I'm saying?
She wants mature love. Hey, bro, she wants mature love. She don't want a man that don't got goals. Nah, bro, you dealing with a gem right here. This is a queen. Look at this queen. She needs a man with goals that got mature love, that don't just think with his dick. Nah. She ain't going for that because a lot of women don't got standards, but she got standards. This is what a woman with standards look like. Anybody agree? A woman with standards looks like this. A woman that wants a man with goals looks like this. Is that what y'all hear? That's what I'm hearing. She want a man with goals that wants something out of life. Because clearly she wants something out of life. You can't tell? You can't tell, bro? Hey, bro, I don't know if y'all know, but this is a wife right here, yo. This is a wife right here. All that tailbone shaking, this is a wife right here, bro. Yo, hey, bro, if you ain't got a PhD, you can't fuck with her, bro. You can't fuck with her, bro. If you don't got a PhD, you can't fuck with her, bro. Cause she need a looking so funny because for the video, she got the glasses on, right? She got the weave in a high ponytail. She got a sweater on. So now she transformed into a bougie chick who needs a man with goals and standards. And this is how they fool niggas, bro. On God, this is how they fool niggas, yo.
I'm saying, and I hate to say it, but women lack standards these days in general. Let alone
women lack standard these days in general. She don't. This is a girl full of standards, bro. This and here, you know what's funny about all this? There's more women like her than not. What's funny about this is more women like her than not, bro. She says most women lack standards, but this is the woman full of standards. She got a bunch of standards for you guys. You ain't know? She got a bunch of standards for you, bro. You ain't heard what she said? Look at her with the glasses and a high ponytail. She got standards. Y'all women lacking. Nah, she ain't competing because y'all. Oh no, she ain't fucking with a man that only think for it with his dick and don't got goals. She got goals, bro. You gotta respect her. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? She clocked it right there. She clocked it.
alone having high standards, right? It's not difficult for a man, especially a good-looking man, to go find a woman or multiple women that will just be happy that he's right there. Be happy that they're feeling like they're getting chosen and validated. You know, a lot of women just don't make it difficult enough and make it enough of a chase and a challenge for men, right?
This girl says she makes it difficult enough and enough of a chase and challenge. This girl's a challenge right here. Y'all ain't know? She's a challenge. She makes it a chase. She makes it a chase. That's what gives her value. She makes you work hard for this, bro. She makes sure you work hard for this. You see this right here, bro? You gotta work hard for her, bro. Nah. She ain't gonna just shake her tailbone for everybody. Hell no. She ain't an easy chick. She got high standards. Yeah, her standards are high, bro. Fuck you talking about? You gotta put a ring on her, bro. You gotta put a ring on this.
Especially when you have a man that has a job, that's handsome, or maybe even just a big dick. I'm telling y'all, there is a lack of actual men that make it to manhood these days. And I'm not talking.
How you know he got a big dick? I thought you said you had standards. What you talking about? Hey, bro, especially if he got a big dick. So wait, you went from talking about a man with goals, you ain't competing with these other women because you have standards. Now you talking about how big a man's dick is. This is modern women, y'all. This is why Valentine's Day is cooked. This is why. Y'all ain't know? Bro, this is modern women, bro. I don't think y'all fucking hear me, bro. I don't think y'all fucking hear me. As sad as this is, she's actually not the exception. She's the norm. She is the norm, bro. You feel me? So, again, when I say Valentine's Day is a day for fucking simps, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Because a girl like her is going to have you buying her chocolates, buying her roses, wine and dining her. Right? Meanwhile, she's on the internet doing this. This is her on the internet. This is who you took out. This was y'all Valentine's, y'all. This is who y'all took out was worshiping the ground she walked on because she told you she got standards. Because she told you that most women don't got standards and she got high standards. Yeah. Yeah. She got long ass nails, bat wing eyelashes, weaved hair that don't belong to her, the Becky cap. But she got standards, y'all. You feel me? This is the norm. This is the norm. So, again, women like this is why Valentine's Day is cooked, bro. We're going to let her continue, though. We're going to let her finish. We're going to let her finish.
Talking about their age. I'm talking about having the bare minimum necessities and can provide anything to themselves, let alone someone else. So if they look,
the bare minimum. She said it. She said it. The bare minimum. She said it. Bro, she said it. She don't want a man with the bare minimum. Oh, no. God forbid a man brings a bare minimum. He need to be able to provide for her, too. She thinks she deserves provision, y'all. She deserves the provision.
Look about it. That's why men like expensive cars. You know what I'm saying? That's why some men, you know, when the most whorish men are men that with apartments and houses and shit like that, because they know that there's not many of them out here. Because there's pieces of shit.
There's not many of men with apartments and houses. Hey, bro, these women are dealing with homeless men. The average man they deal with is homeless or he lives with their mom. That's the average man they're dealing with. Bro. Oh man, you can't make, bro. I'm gonna let her continue, bro.
Others, lack of fathers, overcompensating women and grandmothers, and it's surrounded by enablers, right? And it's that simple for them to replace you. So a lot of men these days think that they're the prize because women have low standards. It's like, bitch, why do I have to show up for you? Why do I have to pay bills? Why do I have to show effort? Why would I have to just have you when I can have all these women and not have to really contribute shit? I can live my life and keep doing whatever the fuck I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's why AIDS and shit is on the rise. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I find it difficult today. Honestly, bitch, you can have them at this point. Because if you feel like you won because he decided to stay over there with you and come lay in your bed with fleas, or you lay in his bed with fleas because he couldn't meet my standards or just refused to, bitch, I'm cool. Ladies, I told y'all yesterday that mostly all men are single, right? And
so again, this woman demands men with standards. You can't meet her standards, bro. You can't meet her standards. She is above you. Because most men, she says, are homeless and rolling around in fleas, and she don't want you to roll around in fleas with her. And she ain't trying to compete for these men because even though these men are homeless and are bums, according to her, they're not single. They're single with other women, and she can't compete where she don't compare, she says. She can't compete where she doesn't compare, she says. And this is why Valentine's Day is cooked, bro. This is why. Y'all wonder why, bro. Ladies, if y'all wonder why Valentine's Day is cooked, it's because of this. Right? Fantasy Monster says, if talking out both sides of your mouth was a person, that's what I'm saying. She demand, and that's what I'm saying. Women demand a man with standards, right? But where's the standards for herself? Where's the standards for herself? All this is appropriate. All this is well in the range of what a wife would do in her mind. These are what wives would do this. But God forbid a man has no standards according to her and does the bare minimum. She ain't going for that. She'd rather be by herself. She'd rather be by herself. Unbelievable. Anyway, here's one of my favorite girls to cover because she's another one of these contradicting women who act like they just got the pick of the litter, and we know they don't. We know they don't. She acts like she got the pick of the litter, and we know she doesn't. Right? Take a look.
As a man, why are you arguing with me about what men I find attractive? If I said I don't think Michael B. Jordan is that fine, that's what I said. If I said Aaron Pierre don't do nothing for me, that's what I said. Do you want to come back as those men in another life? Do you want those men? And I hate to have to pull that card, but it leaves me to have to believe it's got to be one of the two when I tell you clearly I don't find those men to be that attractive. Like, I get it. I'm not going to sit up and take from them that they not attractive men, that they don't have a look that a lot of women may find to be attractive, but that does not have anything to do with me. I don't care if every single woman on this earth finds them to be attractive. I still don't like them like that. It's called having a type, a preference, and they just don't happen to be what it is that I like. They happen to be what you like, but I don't like them, sir. And as a man, why are you questioning me on what I like? As a man, shouldn't you be worried about what women you find attractive? And
here goes another one of these women that talk about what she wants to disqualify famous men. And the reason why women do shit like this, I'm gonna tell you why women do shit like this. Because it makes them feel like, oh yeah, that man, yeah, he couldn't get with a girl like me. Michael B. Jordan, I wouldn't look his way. Okay, so you want to look his way, so the fuck what? Are you above him now? This is the shit. A woman is trying to reject the man she never had an opportunity with, and she's wondering why people calling her out, because you sound goofy. You sound goofy. And no, it's not the same when I say a woman like Sexy Red or some of these other thoughts that are public and famous. It's not the same when we say, hey, look, we don't like women like that. That's not the same. You know why it's not the same? Because we're talking about the archetype. I don't know Sexy Red from a can of paint, but I can tell you the archetype of a woman with tattoos all over her body, you know what I'm saying? Acting like a hoochie, that ain't fly to me, right? Michael B. Jordan, what's his archetype that's so below you that you gotta let the whole world know? Oh yeah, he ain't my type. He ain't my type of look. Who the fuck gives a fuck what you think about what your type of look is? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? So again, when I address things like this, is because women get online acting like they got infinite options. They know they don't got no options. They can't even find homeless men that are single, right? Even the homeless men they're talking about are sleeping around, but they get on here talking about, oh yeah, these famous dudes who they have no chance with. They're letting you know that they disqualified them. As if the people in her roster somehow got more clout, more status, more money, or more whatever than these dudes that they quote unquote rejecting now. You feel me? Shout out to Trey. He says, yo, where's these chicks? Tiki Torches, the sister code is broken. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, y'all, appreciate you for the $5. I appreciate you, yo. Y'all entering the live chat, man. Hit that like button. You feel me? I know Valentine's Day has been over for the last 20 minutes, but keep it real with you, it's probably been over for the last couple years. You feel me? Valentine's Day is straight up dead. Shout out to you, Trey. I appreciate you, my brother. What you gonna say? She's always switching sides. Yeah, bro. These chicks ain't loyal, bro. They ain't loyal, bro. 80 says, we don't care, sweetheart. Just stay in your corner and sulk. That's what I'm saying. Dana is 40 years old, unmarried, no kids, talking to you like if she just, oh yeah, I disqualified this, I disqualified that. You are a leftover woman. What are you talking about? Like, don't embarrass yourself, right? Why don't you age your grace and stay out of this type of shit? Because when you start talking like this, you draw attention to yourself, and now people gonna humiliate you. Now we're gonna cook you because you look crazy, right? You look crazy. Kev says, Chris Brown been told us, yeah, bro, none of these hoes loyal, bro. None of these hoes is loyal. Facts. Straight like that. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, and this is how that's why I want to end on that video. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna let y'all hop in, because you know what? I want to hear from y'all. Tell me, I want to hear what y'all did on Valentine's Day. I want to hear a good Valentine's Day story, because me personally, if you ain't spend no money today, you had a great day. You had a great day. If you ain't spend no money today, you had a great day. I want to hear it. I'm going to put the link in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got 71 people here live right now. I want to hear some good stories. I want to hear, brothers, what y'all did today. And if you did some simp shit like take a girl out, don't you dare hop on my live stream. Hell no. Don't you dare hop on my live stream if you did some simp shit today. All right? So that's the link. Hop in the link. You got a mic up. You got a cam up. Y'all want to talk. But I want to hear what y'all did today. What y'all do for Valentine's Day? Y'all save money today? National Save a Brother Money today? I want to hear about it. You feel me? I want to hear about it. Because I went to the gym. I made some videos. My videos are doing well. I had a great day today. You know what I'm saying? I had a great day today. What y'all did today? Trey says, I'm at work getting this money. Shout out to Trey. What you do for work, brother? What you do? Get that money. K. Davey says, I made bread today, 12-hour shift, watching Sims take their women up to the edge NYC. Shout out to NYC, bro. You know I'm in Jersey, man. Shout out to all my East Coast niggas, bro. The Edge NYC. What's the Edge NYC? Let's look that up. I don't know what that is. The Edge NYC. I haven't been there. Edge NYC. The Edge NYC. Oh, okay. I never seen this before. So you talking about this? This is the Edge? I never been there. How much tickets cost? MasterCard early access, $20. What is that? $50? $34? $100. Valentine's Day bundle, $179. What the? Celebrate Valentine's Day at Edge with priority access, a champagne toast, and sweet treat of chocolate truffles, all paired with unforgettable skyline views. On Valentine's Day, it went up to $179, but per person. But on a regular day, it's $89 per person. What? They taxing people out here, bro. They taxing. That's crazy. Nah, I never heard it. I never heard of the Edge NYC. I never heard of that. What else y'all do today? Y'all want to hop in? I got the link in there. You know what I'm saying? Talk to you, brother. If you want to talk, you got to cam up. 10 Red Hawk said, I went to the gym and DoorDash for 6 hours, made over $200. My boy, clap it up for my boy. He said he went. See, we can celebrate to that. You know what I'm saying? We can celebrate to that. You know what I'm saying? I need a round of applause for that, bro. I need a round of applause for that. $200 and didn't spend no money on no chick that not putting out and trying to convince you that she's worth it. Salute to you, my brother. Salute. Trey says, telecommunications at a hospital up here in Boston. Shout out to Boston. Shout out to Beantown. Shout out to Beantown, man. Word. Shout out to Beantown. He said here for 12 hours. Yeah, there you go, my boy. There you go. All right, well, y'all, man, I think, you know, we started a trend. And Saturdays, what I'm going to do is I'm going to live stream and we're going to cover some of these topics because, we need to bring the real back. We don't got no live streams like this right now. We don't got no live streams with people kicking that real. A lot of these dudes, they're geeks. They're simps. They got no experience with women. But because they're able to get online, build an audience, now they're getting bread, and they're still simping. And they're still tricking. And they're still not giving a game, bro. We need real players to actually make it in the manosphere, bro. I'm telling you, y'all, name one real dude in the manosphere, the black side of manosphere, that's really him. You feel me? We don't got no dudes who are really him. Spreading the game, sharing the game, right? Chopping it up, right? So we can compare notes. I'm one of the ones, bro. All the shit I tell you on my videos, I be kicking out of real experience. Really out here dealing with girls. You feel me? Really giving y'all feedback on what actually works, what doesn't work. And I've been saying to y'all lately, like, breadcrumb is the way to go. If y'all want to get into a girl's good graces, you got to breadcrumb her. That's why doing Valentine's Day shit is goofy, right? Because they're not going to respect that. You know what they're going to respect? Leaving them on red. You know what they're going to respect? Missing their calls. That's what they're going to respect. They're not going to respect you getting on one knee and taking them to the Edge, New York, and spending $179 a ticket per person. They're not going to respect that. Women don't reward good behavior with kunani. They reward bad behavior with kunani. You feel me? So we're living in an environment now where things are changing, bro. And we need, as men, we should be able to come together and discuss this shit and figure out how we can improve our own lives, what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the opportunities and shit like that. You feel me? So that's what I'm trying to do. Shout out to everybody, to all my supporters. We're about to hit 20,000 subscribers in the near future. I got big plans for the channel. I want to make sure that as we keep leveling this up, we're gonna level up the conversation. And what I want to do too is I want to bring girls on camera, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transition to more of a live streamer, right? And I'm gonna show y'all all the shit that these other live streamers ain't showing y'all, right? Actually, how you talk to a girl, right? You know what I'm saying? Actually, how you show, you know, how to deal with women and not on some like goofy shit, fighting with them, arguing with them. Nah, we don't do that over here, bro. Even though I got my opinions about women and the shit that they do, I don't want y'all to think that I would go home and I argue and fight with women. Hell no, I don't do that. I don't spend no time around no women I gotta fight and argue with, bro. They're not worth it, yo. If I'm around a girl, we having a great time. That's why I want to show you actually how to enjoy yourself around a girl, how to actually seduce a woman, right? From when you first match with her online to getting her to fucking throwing it back at you in your crib. That's what we got to discuss. A lot of men trying to figure out how to do that. How do I match with a girl online, rinse her up, as they be saying? I don't know where that word came out of, right? But rinse her up, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Get her number, get her offline, go on a date, go from the date to somehow back to your place and clapping cheeks. Because there's a method to it. There's a reliable method to it. A lot of people ain't telling y'all the real game to it. And the reason why I don't mind saying it, because what works. No matter, even if I tell you about it, it's not going to change the fact that it works. It's not some secret, right? And it's better to hear from somebody that actually gets results than somebody that just talking shit. A lot of these niggas, they're not talking from firsthand experience. They've never done this shit. Right? And all the girls I fuck with, I show them the channel. They see what I do. You feel me? It's not like they don't see it. They're well aware that I make content like this. They're well aware that I have conversations with men. We talk about this. Because these are the good things. These are not the bad things. These are the positive things about what's going on in the manosphere, not the bad things. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna call it a night, bro. I'm gonna get up early. You know, I personal train 10 hours a week. So even though I'm full-time content creator, I do get out my crib because I make all my content where you see me at. This is why I take all my thumbnails. You see when I shoot the thumbnail, this is the background. This is why I make all my videos at. But I do get out the house. I got like 13 clients on personal training. So I'm still working for the man, if you will, but just 10 hours a week just to get a free membership and just be outside, just to still be a normal person. Because, you know, being a content creator, you know, you sit cooped up making videos all day. That's why you think Kai should not take a break from this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sitting behind a desk all day making videos, that shit get old. So it's good to get out there, but I encourage all you men to start your own, you know what I'm saying, career, get your own job, you know what I'm saying, start your own business, make your own money, and get out of this rat race. You feel me? Get your money. I'm not saying don't stack your bread. Go out there, stack your bread, work your hours. But, you know, start planning your escape. You know what I'm saying? Invest into something. You feel me? Like, start a business, bro. Start a business. C Down for Life says, I washed my SUV. I went to the gym, worked out, invested into some land and few Fortune 500 companies. There you go. You feel me? Exit the rat race, bro. Exit the rat race. Trey says, my guy, have a great night. Appreciate your great work and content. Thank you, bro. I appreciate all y'all. I fuck with all y'all. And just know Saturdays we doing this live stream. Saturday Night Live. We going in. And let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments of my new videos, you know, what y'all want to see more of. But I have fun doing this. We had our biggest audience today. This is the biggest live stream I did so far up to this date. So that means just, as time goes on, it's going to just keep growing and growing. So I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me. Shout out to everyone that donated. Trey, I appreciate you, my brother. I know you a member too. Appreciate that. And everybody that rocked out with me, man, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for sharing what y'all did today, where y'all from. We had California, the Carolinas, we got Boston, we had Houston, we had Atlanta, we had Chicago. A lot of people in the building today. I appreciate y'all. And check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there. Have a good night, y'all. Have a good night.